Hey YouTubers, Rick from Rick's RC and more. As you can see in front of me, I've got the TT02. This is my on-road race car. Racing season's pretty much over. I think some guys might have been running last week still, but the weather's starting to come in bad, so uh, I haven't raced in a little while, just with work and everything. I haven't had a chance to get out, but I just wanted to do a quick video here. If you're going to get into on-road racing, when I built the TT02 here for our spec class, I just threw in a tactic steering servo. I think it was like 0.25 of a second. I think that's over your servo arm, basically 60 degrees. That's the timing for it. How long it takes to get from 0 to 60 degrees, and that's where your timing comes in. So it was metal geared. It was high torque. It just wasn't very fast. So after racing for most of a season, I found that you really had to anticipate your corners, and you had a lot more concentration just getting the car around the track, because you really, for those sharp bends, you had to kind of come in wide. So I decided that I was going to upgrade the steering servo on it. I have a Power HD. I picked it up at a local hobby shop. The specs on it, the specs that were online are actually a little bit different than what's in it. Now, when you're running, when you're shopping around for a power steering servo, you really need to know what your ESC is putting out for voltage to get a servo that you're going to be happy with. From what I found with the stock Tamiya, the voltage on the built-in BEC is 6 volts. So this servo at 6.6 volts puts out it's 13 kilograms as far as the power or the strength. And at 6.6 volts, it's 0.12 seconds, so quite a bit faster. Almost a little over twice as fast, but I'm not putting out 6.6, it's putting 6. The box for the servo does say it's 0.15 at 4.8 volts, so I'm going to be somewhere between that 0.12 and 0.15, probably like 0.13 as far as speed goes. I did a video before I took the old servo out, with the car sitting on the ground, and just quickly left, right, left, right, left, right. And then I'll do a video. I'll post a video also attached to this video with the new servo, so you can kind of see the speed difference on the video going from the old servo to the new servo. The other issue I had with my steering, I was always trimming my steering constantly, and it's like the servo wasn't centering. This was the old servo. I haven't really had a chance to get out and test the new one, other than just static testing on the bench. But my steering linkage from the servo saver to this racing steering setup here. I got the ball bearing steering set up here, but this arm here, the stock piece, it's got the press in plastic balls, and they were really tight. Like, I had to put needle nose pliers on them to get them to move in there. So what I've done is I took 2 spare shock ends I had and a screw, and just cut the screw to length and threaded these into the length I needed here. So it's somewhat adjustable, but there's no turnbuckle there to adjust it. I just I did the length of the stock steering rod that was in there. So that should help out my centering issue. I also went from, like, the old steering servo was a lot more torque than 13 kilograms. I'm gonna try out the 13 kilogram here one and see how well it works. I mean, these cars aren't heavy at all. When you're steering them, you're generally moving. It's not like a crawler, So you shouldn't need anything real powerful. If you want to overpower it, you can. I mean, if you want to throw a 20, 25, whatever kilogram servo in here, you can. Depending on what you're running for an ESC, you can get decent speed out of the large torque steering servos as well. This steering servo, it is metal geared, so it should be a good servo. Like I said, we'll see when I can actually get some testing out. For another addition on it, I actually did add just recently the Tamiya high-speed spur gear. So instead of the stock 70 tooth, it is a 68 tooth. So on the twistier tracks with a lot of curves and S-bends and stuff like that, if I still run the 22 tooth pinion in there, I'm going to get a little bit more speed out of it. And by adding that high speed gear, it allows you enough room to put bigger pinions on there if you do want to gear it up for faster tracks. I ran a 27. I got a 27 tooth on the 70 tooth stock one, mainly because I have the racing motor mount on here. So instead of specific holes to set based on where your pinion is mounting your motor, it's slotted so you can move it out a little bit further. But you can go even bigger now that I've got a 68 tooth high speed on there. But yeah, just a quick little video. Just if you have one of these TT02s and you have been having some issues with your steering, it seems to be kind of an issue with these cars. The steering on them seems to kind of want to wander. And if you go to the racing ball bearing setup here, you do take a lot of slop out of the steering. You can go with adjustable pieces here too. You can buy them if you want. These seem to be, they're decent, so right now I'm not going to worry about that. So yeah, just a quick video. If you are looking for a servo and you're not really sure what to get, there's lots of videos on YouTube where you can search out different servos based on what you're using them for. My crawlers, I typically run like 1/10 scale crawler. 20 kilogram and up is kind of what you want for them. A lot of guys will run 35 kilogram servos, but to me anyway, my opinion, like something like this, something fairly light, a 13 kilogram is should be more than enough to turn the wheels and center for you. So we'll see. And a lot more speed, which is what I was really looking for. So if you have low voltage BEC, generally the weaker the servo as far as how many kilograms, it'll be a little bit quicker though. Like plastic geared ones are generally a little bit faster servo, but then you have plastic gearing. So if you're putting a lot of binding on your wheels, like if you had a crawler, that's when you're gonna wreck your servos, and you need to upgrade it. But anyway, like I said, just a quick little video here. Some little more tuning progress on the TT02. So as you can see, that the servo was the new servo is quite a bit quicker. And just sitting on the workbench without the weight of the body or anything in it, but turned it back and forth there, left and right quickly, and seemed to set her up nice. So we're going to see how that works out for us next season. I don't know if I'll even be able to really get out and do any testing and tuning. We do have starting to get some snow and stuff here, but I can continue to tinker around over the winter time and see how we do come new race season in the spring. Everybody, get out and enjoy your RCs.